I'll be happy that this entire session could be interactive session between you and me. This is nothing one-way discussion. This is all of us together are going to discuss it today about this topic of financial freedom on 79th Independence Day, which we just celebrated 2 days back. So if anyone wants to share their expectations regarding this subject, I will be more than happy to hear it out. Mic is not working. Okay, you can put it in chat also, no problem. You can put it in chat if your mic is, or you can log out and log in again also. Sometimes it happens, it resolves the problem. Yes, good question, Vivek. Aatmanirbhar financial freedom. First and most important thing, what our government is looking at is Aatmanirbhar India. So good question to start with. So I think we will start now. Good morning. This side, Pramita, looking forward to learn not just about getting rich quickly, learn how to build passive income, manage expenses. Fantastic. Plan inflation, emergencies, retirement goals like children education and house. Too good. Too good. That's the topic today. So let's start. People will be joining in due course. Let them join. Being a Sunday, the Monday blues have not yet started, so people are relaxing and will be joining step by step. So friends, let's start our discussion on financial freedom, Aatmanirbhar. As Vivek has asked what exactly I mean by that, or we all mean by that. So we already are aware that government wants India, our Bharat, to be Aatmanirbhar. Now, what is Aatmanirbhar? Now, we are dependent upon a lot of things. We are dependent upon export. That is, we have to import a lot of oil. So we have got a lot of issues with the balance of payment. So what exactly is Atmanirbharta is that manufacture itself, whatever possible in India, so that we are not dependent upon other countries. And we are already have got this experience about the tariffs, or some other countries may stop supplying something to us because of certain issues, geopolitical issues, and we found in the trouble. So our nation has to build our own manufacturing facilities. That may be a chip, that may be a EV vehicles, that may be a power, that may be a oil itself, that may be our own fighter jets, in defense, in auto, in electronics, everywhere. So that, and it's not a small process. It cannot happen overnight. It will happen over the years, as already a lot of steps have been taken in last 10, 15 years towards Atmanirbharta. Exactly same applies to us, each one of us also. Now, if I can see over here, and I know some of you are already retired and already Atmanirbhar, maybe, and some of you are on the stage to become Atmanirbhar. Or some of you may start from tomorrow or today itself to become Atmanirbhar, that is financially independent. Now, what is the definition of financial independence? Financial independence means when you get up in the morning, you have choice. You have options. not to do things which you don't like and to do things which you like, in simple definition. For example, myself personally, after taking an early retirement 6 years back, a full-time trader in the share market, financially qualified MBA finance and chartered wealth manager, I planned my retirement, and at the age of 54, I said bye-bye to 9 to 5 job. And I'm enjoying that. I'm helping others also for their financial management and doing my own share market trading. So for example, this Friday, if morning I get up and I think it's okay, today I will not do trading. I will not do trading. Next week, I plan to go to, say, Lonavala or somewhere else. I will think, okay, I will just go. Tomorrow, I think let's donate something to some good cause. I will do that. So financial freedom doesn't mean to become an overnight rich. The financial freedom means you are your own boss. You are not going to reply to anybody boss कि आपने कितना business किया, आपका कितना target हुआ, आपने क्या किया. I'm not going to. I am answerable to myself. How much I earned in the share market this week, this month, last month. I am answerable to myself. This is one example. There are people who can opt for any other fields also. So financial independence means not becoming a huge rich, but financial independence means not dependent on anybody, including your childs, your son and daughter. It should be one additional step that they maybe still require help from you. You can help them out. And when? Not today. Next 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, you are financially independent. So how to prepare yourself for that now? And does that require any age? That, oh, I should have started at the age of 22, otherwise it's too late now. No, nothing is too late. I realized it at the age of 45 because I got someone who told me about this. And at the age of 54, I just quit. That doesn't mean I'm telling you people to leave the job. If you are very happy with your job, you are enjoying it, please do continue. But unfortunately, things can go other way at any given time. Recently, which company or a bank I used to work has requested 150 senior employees to please leave the bank. Why? Because they think they are burden now for them. After years of 15 to 20 years, 30, 25 years of service, we heard about TCS layoffs. We are every month, every year, are we ready for that? That is the financial independence. So it can be from the business also, it can be from the job also. So it's a choice to live financially independent with a peace of mind and with a self-respect, or to pull on in the job because you don't have any other choice. That is financial independence and financial freedom. So to start with that, let me share my screen to all of you. So all of you can see my screen. Hello. Can anybody answer me if you can see the
Yes.
screen?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Okay, so financial freedom, this subject is just, people, I want to share my experiences, how I went about it, how I learned these tactics over last 15 years, how I try to help others also. So that's why I'm taking these efforts to share this with all of you. So it was a very good that it is the 79th Independence Day of our nation. So I'm Bhooshan Rege, MBA Finance, Chartered Wealth Manager, full-time trader, ex-banker. So before we all discuss what is financial independence, which I just told you about, what I actually feel about it, first thing is that everything is over here. Okay, mindset. And our mindset has unfortunately being bombarded with so many opinions from our childhood itself, our upbringing, family background. And one of the big, bad thing, unfortunately, our schools and colleges don't teach us financial literacy. Unless you are a commerce graduate or you are in a finance field, you will not understand what is this investment and how to become financially independent. We learn a lot of things about frauds, economic offenses, somebody is cheating. It's really, really shocking to see a highly graduate people are losing crores of rupees just because they believe in something which they have not at all studied. And social media. Social media, the boon on that is a different topic itself, but social media also is creating a lot of problems. You get so many messages of personal loans, you get so many messages of people giving you offer of making your money double in 1 month. It's really bad. One of very good friend of mine came to me few years back and he told me he has got one scheme where I have to buy one goat, bakri, ek bakri kharido. You buy one goat. I said, why? He said, no, that is a scheme. If you buy one goat, there is a farm and they will give milk. You will get around 5% of, returns every month. I told him, please bring that goat to my home. I will take care of that goat. I will milk it. He got furious. He just, you don't want to help me. So I said, you're helping me or I am helping you? I was confused. I said, so if somebody is telling you to buy this fund only when you go to the bank, buy this fund, sir, buy this fund is good, buy this particular scheme is good. You have to just think one thing, am I helping him or he is helping me? Am I helping him to achieve his target or he is helping me so that this scheme will definitely help me to grow? That is very, very important thing. So you have to first change your attitude towards the money. So what is positive money mindset? First is that financial literacy. So many products are coming in the market. We are getting jumbled. It is not must that you should touch every product. One of my friend asked me, Bhushan, I want to invest in Bitcoins. Can you tell me? My chartered accountant is behind me to say Bitcoin is fantastic. He has got someone who will help me. I said, wow, yeah, Bitcoin is not that bad. I will definitely let you know. But how much you have invested in mutual funds? How much you have invested in AIF, alternate investment funds? How much you have invested in PMS? No, 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 my everything is in fixed deposits. So now you directly want to go to Bitcoins? That is the thing happens. You don't know about the financial products. What are the pros and cons of those products? What suits you? When we go to the mall to buy our clothes, we always look for things which fits you and not a shopkeeper wants to sell you. So after having this knowledge, you can have a confidence in money decisions, self-belief, not influenced by social media, and control over emotions. Emotions are worst. I will explain you that during our equity part of this session. And the biggest hurdle or the biggest obstacle I can say between you and financial freedom is ego. Ego. Ego makes everything worst. I know everything. Who are you to tell me? I have done this. I know that. I am a highly paid doctor. I am a highly paid engineer. I am an IT professional. I manage around 500 employees. So I know everything. I know what is PMS. I know exactly what is that. When I ask them few questions, they don't know, but they say, no, somebody told me this is good, but why that is good? I'm not here to tell you become a financially graduate or do MBA in finance, but at least basic knowledge we should have about those products which somebody is trying to tell you. I am not here to market any product. Okay, because to some extent, major extent, I don't know. I'm still learning. I am still learning. Your learning never stops, but I'm very happy with whatever I am doing. I have got enough cash flows to take care of me for next 20-25 years. I have got enough skill to earn money for my, like from share market. So, but there should not be any ego. I am not here to just boost myself, but I know okay, I have to learn a lot because I have to keep up with this. Things are coming now. Just recently, we are aware about, you must, if you have heard about it, specialized investment plans are coming. SIF funds, specialized investment funds, up to 10 lakh rupees you can invest. It's a new product. I am studying that product because if it is good, it can replace to some portion of my trading. So that is most important thing. So you have to change from this negative state, procrastination. आज नहीं तो कल करेंगे. समझ में नहीं आता है कब तक हम at the age of 50-55 we reach and we come to know we have not done anything. And now we have to run around. Anyway, it's still not late. Don't fall prey to the social media and just leave this ego. I know everything. Consult somebody who is expert in that, not me, if you don't want to. Though I am available always. But consult someone and please go and study. We people are so lucky. Means not our previous generation was not that lucky. So I am nearly 60 now, but still I am saying my previous generation was not lucky because there was no information available. यहाँ पे Google में कुछ भी information available है, so many videos है, but don't just believe that, study that. And one important thing, money is evil. That is unfortunately the thing which, has been put in the mindset of our middle class families. पैसा बहुत बुरी चीज है, पैसे से हमें बहुत तकलीफ होती है. Don't run behind money. I'm not talking about running behind the money, but money solves a lot of problem. If you respect money, okay, you have to respect money. Money solves a lot of problem. It's not you should, abuse money, but you should respect money. Certain level of money power should be there with you to sustain any eventuality in your life. So before we go ahead, I just wanted to clear your mind. If at all any questions are there, I can just, request you to people to ask me any questions by keeping your mic open before we go ahead about this mindset. Any doubts, any questions you have? I will happy to be, it would be an interactive session. Anyone would like to share their experience about whatever we discussed today? Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Rege, Anindya this side.
Yeah, please.
I just want to ask you, suppose I am in a service, right? I am
Okay.
getting my salary every month, but
Okay.
I don't know when I will be asked like other, since I'm in a bank, you have given example of one of the bank that any day they can ask me that thank you, you can go out now. You are not required. So from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, if I want something extra money I want to earn, it may be a little 25,000 or 20,000 or let it be 10,000 per month. So what option should I go
Yeah.
except for FD?
Right.
FD, I am investing in FDs, but after except FDs and this systematic SIPs, what are the other option I can get?
Good question. And definitely, Anindya, we are going to cover this today. But what I'm doing, I'm just giving you one experience about this, my experience about this. Okay. But I told you that no, quitting job is not the only thing, but there time comes when either somebody tell you to quit or it becomes, so unbearable that you have to leave. You have to quit. वो दिन आने के पहले you have to become a ready. I will tell you about my case. Something happened which was actually unbearable. Okay. So I just put a leave. We both went, out of Mumbai to some good location. And within next 5 days, we calculated everything. Luckily, I had a knowledge about it and I had started preparing it for it from the age of 45. I don't know if somebody would have met me at the age of 20, I would have been in much better position also. So we calculated everything which I'm going to show you in this session. And it was realized during that particular period that I have no problem at all. I can sustain with these funds, okay, at least till the age of 75, 80 minimum to start with. That doesn't mean my money will not grow in the balance years of 25, 30. They will still grow also. Plus, I will have to have some good skills to earn money regularly every month also, just as to keep myself busy. Now, whatever I am doing today or I am doing in share market is my passion, because that is also one biggest drawback in financial freedom, that you don't do anything and then slowly you start deteriorating your mind skills, your body skills. So financial independence doesn't mean just go and rest whole day. It means follow certain hobbies which you want to love to do. And if there is an income from that, it is well and good. So share market gives me good income. It is well and good and I enjoy that. But am I totally dependent upon that? It does मैं रात की नींद उसमें से चली जाती है? अरे कल क्या होगा, ट्रंप ने अगर ये किया तो क्या होगा, कल इंडिया पाकिस्तान वॉर के दिन क्या होगा? आई एम नॉट वरीड, because I know how to secure myself in that also. So I learned those skills. There are friends who are in the singing. They have started, they go and professional singing karte. Some is there who has gone to the native place and doing farming. So you have to, financial freedom doesn't mean you have to just relax and sleep. So Anindya, we have to find some skill that after our retirement, what I can pursue. Was one of my friend from the bank has already got a travel agency. He is a franchisee to Thomas Cook. So he is handling a good franchisee. He loves traveling, so he's doing that. Got it, Ananda?
Yeah, Mr.
So
Regan.
start thinking from that point ki what I can do after my early retirement or a retirement. You have to, so preparing financial also, you have to prepare other way of emotional also. Clear?
Okay.
And a lot of answers will be clear after, as we go ahead. So let's move ahead. So you have to change your mindset, learning, controlling emotions, and involve. This is very important thing. Now, this is thing which normally we don't do. Mostly in every family, Indian family, the person who is earning only knows about everything, and that wife doesn't know, or I'm not going to be like, say somebody, or other person's spouse doesn't know, or your children doesn't know about your financial position. If you want to become a financially independent, you have to take into confidence your entire family. I will tell you, it seems to be funny. Or first time it found funny. My both the sons, they found funny. Papa, kya hai? Nahi, bola, we are all going to gather today in the month of April, when the year completed, and I'm going to present you. I made a presentation at home, connected my laptop to TV and gave a presentation. This is our position financially. These are our assets. Anyway, financial independence, so zero liability. This is what our monthly income, this is our monthly expenditure. Now, if we want to further go, we should do this year these things. First time they found it funny, but now they're looking forward every year. Where are we standing as a family together? So please don't ignore this. Involve all family members. Okay. So basically what we have discussed, that we don't want to be rich, extravagant style, show off to impress. I am not against buying Audi. I am not against buying Mercedes. But does your present income and your total assets allow you to buy that, or you want to show to someone? इसी शो ऑफ में प्रॉब्लम एक ही है, शो ऑफ 7 दिन का होता है, ओके, 10 दिन का होता है. योर नेबर्स विल सी वाओ व्हाट अ कार, योर फ्रेंड्स विल टेल यू. आफ्टर 15-20 days there will be a new model. So if your liability is increasing, this is the one of the worst thing happens. If your liability is more than 25 to 30% of your asset, and asset doesn't mean your own house. Own house is not your asset because you are staying in that house. I'm talking about all other assets. Maybe your second house, mutual funds, shares, fixed deposits, PPF, and your liability should not be more than 25-30%. And if you want to be financially independent, you should go to zero liability. We are going to see the steps towards financial freedom. And no financial knowledge, because if somebody tells you, you put money in that particular fund, if somebody tells you, you put in those unit-linked insurance plans, we don't think why somebody is telling me that. Is it for my betterment or his betterment? I'm really sorry, but really it happens. Okay, good. This fund is good. Why it is good for me? That you have to think. So you should know what is your needs and wants. The biggest money traps are shopping malls, Amazon. I just saw a video clip how these malls are being created. When you enter into the mall, somebody gives you shopping cart. You have entered into mall to just buy one particular thing, but they will give you shopping cart. So after you take a shopping cart, definitely you have gone to the DMart to buy grocery, rice, dal, atta and all that. But before you reach that level, there are so many things kept in front, which you are not interested, but you still, buy ye dalo, ye dalo. And see, everybody wants you to spend as much you can spend, because anyway, it is going to help Indian economy. But is it helping me or no? That we don't think about it. So now UPI has come. UPI is not just a convenience. UPI is the way you can spend easily. Now it's so easy. Tuck, tuck, scan karo, paisa do. Scan karo, paisa do. No cash. So you have no problem. Go to the Amazon, just buy. So these are money traps happening. You have to be careful about those things. So invest in the assets. Now, this is the one process which you are going to discuss. List out your all assets. My house, okay. I'm staying there, so no problem. My second house, my car, whatever assets I am having, are they giving me returns? My assets are bleeding my money, or they are adding to my money? You should have a zero liability. And one important thing is that many source of income. Are I only living on paycheck or only fixed deposit interest rate? Are these only the two sources I have got? No. Do I have any other sources which we are going to discuss, like dividend, SWP? Do I have all those things? Multiple resources that, unfortunately, my paycheck stops. The bank bankrupts FD. Do I have other sources and skills to continue? So you have to understand these important concepts: time value, inflation, and compounding. And you have to list out, these are the steps which you have to do. And this is the start. Start noting down every rupee spent, budget. Can anybody tell me in the chat how many of you have budget every month? Or you can verbally also tell me, no problem. Hello, how many of you are doing budget, monthly budget? If there is no answer, should I think nobody is doing? Hello. Okay.
Yeah, Bhushan, I am doing my monthly budget.
Very good. Fantastic. So you have already taken the first step. towards financial
Yeah.
freedom. If anybody others are not doing, because it seems to be tedious. क्या होता है, ऐसा कुछ होता है क्या? I should waste time on my budgeting. Unless you do the budgeting, you will not understand. See, एक बात ध्यान में रखो, ओला या उबेर वाला जब आपको पिकअप करने आता है, you want to go to certain destination, unless he knows where are you, can he pick you up? No. Now, if you want to go towards financial freedom, you should understand actually where we are standing as of now. Then you can start the path now. So you should start budgeting first and know where I am standing today. My family is standing financially. I may be ever dreaming to retire at 55. I may be dreaming to send my children to USA for further studies, which may cost 50 lakh rupees. But where I am today will come from budgeting and listing out all your assets and liabilities. And that will, after the ratio analysis, will tell what is ratio analysis. Simple. How much is my debt towards overall net worth? How much is my expenditure towards income? How much I am paying EMIs to the bank? These things, if you study, you come to know where is my pain, what is my problem. And then you can solve that problem by preparing a financial plan. That is very important. If you are not doing, it, then you have to do it if you want to attain financial freedom. Financial freedom is not easy, or financial independence is not easy. At the age of 60, if you feel you can be independent and not dependent upon your children, and still you can survive next 20, 30 years, whatever life the God has given to us, that is financial independence. So this plan, see, there is no perfect plan in the life. It needs a review every year. That's why I told you, every year in the month of April, we come together, all family members, we discuss it out. And if we want to take certain steps for next year, we review our portfolio. We want to shift from certain things to certain thing. Okay, because it is very difficult to have a long-term plan without review. You can't have a plan and just rest for next 20 years. You have to review every year because certain things changes over the years. So you have to think about it. So first concept which everybody knows still, maybe some of you may be bankers, so and I'm not here to tell anything, but there are a lot of my friends who are already financially bankers, in the industry, but still they have not tried to learn in detail about time value of money and compounding magic. So we know the worst inflation is the pest. Pest means it actually eats out your money. So whatever money you have now, if you don't do anything with that money properly invested, it is going to eat. The inflation is going to eat into that money. And after 15 years, the value of that money is going to go down. And we all are aware that it is a 6% inflation is there. Average. Now recently it has come down to below 5 also. But on an average, last 10 years, 20 years, if you go, average is 6% inflation. So your money is actually depreciating every year by 6%. Now you tell me, if something happens like that, what we have to do? We have to add something to that, which will be much more than 6%. It's a simple thing. See, financial planning is a common sense and simple. Unfortunately, we don't follow that. So what will give you more than 6% so that your rupee will not depreciate, but in net on net, it should appreciate. So that fixed deposit does that. What is the average rate of interest? Now interest rates are going down this meeting RBI has not done, but next meeting it is again expected that 0.5% will go down. So interest rates are going down. They went up because of corona effect, but now they are again going back. So on an average, as of now, if you go to any banking site, it will give you on an average 7%. That is also for a year. And they are going to deduct 10% TDS, or if you are in the slab of 20%, they are going to deduct that tax also. So is it giving you more than 6%? I'm not against fixed deposit. Your portfolio should have a certain part of fixed deposit, but how much? So there comes this magic of compounding. Everybody knows that we have so many, Sachin Tendulkar, everybody comes to tell you about the SIP, mutual fund. Okay. But we don't know actually which fund you have to buy or how much you have to buy. That we are going to discuss today. So compounding magic means what? Compounding magic means interest on interest, interest on interest, interest on interest gathers you maximum money. So if you are have anybody of you have calculated your IRR, your investments IRR, do you know how much interest actually you are gaining over last 10 years on that particular asset? So that is the compounding. And so compounding is one of the eighth wonder, you can say, of the world. So you should know about the compounding so that your money should grow actually more speedily than inflation. So at least 10% you should get returns, at least on a overall portfolio basket of your investments. I'm talking about basket, which includes your second house if you are giving it on rent, your mutual funds, your PMS if you have done it, or even if your fixed deposits. Or by any chance you have done PPF also. All these together on an average, is it giving you more than at least a 10% of returns, so that at 3% over your inflation net of tax? If you have not done this exercise, then please consult who knows it very well, or even if you want, you can call me also. It needs some efforts exercise. So this is the thing which I was discussing. See, you people, we are all know to each other. Most of some of you are knowing each other. Some of you may not know me. It's a free session, so you can anytime stop me and ask questions. But this is the thing which I am going to tell you. This is the step which I had taken care from the age of 45. When I learned this, okay, and you will not believe, I started my banking career from the age of, say, 24 or 25. But till 20 years, I was not aware of all these things. In being in a banker, I may be teaching my some clients to buy this, buy that, but I never know this can work like that. You can have a fund management properly. So first thing is that your bucket, this bucket starts filling through your income. Now this must be your, if you are working, this must be your bucket source of income as your salary. Are you only dependent upon this tap which is filling your this bucket, or do you have certain more taps like dividend from shares, like systematic withdrawal plan, or interest from FD? Do you have such more sources of income? And whatever you gather in the first thing, you have to allocate it to the risk management. No financial independent plan can start without life insurance and health insurance. Everything is useless if you are not managed your risk. I will going to give you a short brief on life insurance and health insurance. It's not that you people are not aware, but still, first thing you have to do is the life insurance and health insurance, and allocate your income towards those premiums over the year. फिर कितना पैसा बचा, then go to the creating an emergency fund. So thumb rule has 6 months, but normally I advise to be on a better side because of today's scenario. Have at least 12 months of funds. Now here comes fixed deposit. You can put your monthly expenditure, it's say 75,000. So 75,000 into 12. should be kept in fixed deposit so that anything happens, you get a breathing time of 1 year. And I will tell you exactly that happened with me. First thing what I did before taking a decision to quit was to create 12 FDs, okay, which will mature exactly on the first of the month. So at least for the 1 year, I could get a time, breathing time to think and settle myself in share market. Because I learned that and I was interested. So you have to create an emergency fund. Then repayment of debt. Investment starts afterwards. First thing, what are the debts? So I cleared education loan, which was there with me. I cleared that immediately. If I want to become a financial independent, I will not have any EMI in my life. So first thing I cleared is debt. So you have to clear your debts. And if you are planning from now for next 10 years or 15 years, first clear your debts. Plan your debt management. So there are different ways you can manage your debts. Definitely, we can discuss it out. Whenever you have a time, you can call me. Snowball effect. What is snowball? First clear your small debts and slowly clear your large debts. Or you can have another way of clearing your debt. First list out your debt and highest interest, first clear it out. So if your credit card overdues are there, first clear credit card, then clear personal loans, then you clear car loan and then clear housing loan. So the way interest rates are there. So both the way you can do that. So you have to first clear your debt and then start retirement planning, education for children planning, marriage. In India, we have to, lot of people love to do marriages with huge money. So that, and last is house. If you are not already holding house and if you are planning to buy house, I will tell you that can be after you take care of all these things. But why retirement planning number one after before education and house? Because education and house, you can get education loan. For housing also you can get loan. And luxuries you can get car, electronics, foreign cars, you can get loans, EMIs. But nobody gives you loan for retirement. Nobody. Yes, somebody told me that there is a one product which is called reverse mortgage. Unfortunately, it has not been successful in India because still bankers are not marketing that product and that product is still got a lot of issues about the legal issues. So if you have to plan for retirement planning, then think about other things. So this is the step. Any doubt on this? Have which stage you are? Anybody? You just think. You don't want to answer? I have no problem. But answer yourself. At what stage I am in this particular? Which bucket I have already filled and my next bucket is getting filled. Just introspect yourself before we go ahead. Have I created my emergency risk management is clear? Okay, no problem. Creating emergency fund is clear? Yes, no problem. Am I zero debt? No problem. Have I created my retirement funds? So whatever stage you are, and I will request you all people who have registered for this session, I'm going to share this recording also. I will be very happy if you share it to all your near and dear ones and your children. I will be more happy that if your entire family is sitting front over here and watching this. So these are the steps. Okay, steps towards achieving financial freedom. First, you have to spend as per your income. Unless you do budgeting, you will not know where you are, which trap you are already in, money trap. Then pay yourself first. What is meaning of pay yourself first? First, take care of yourself. Allocate money towards your retirement, then your family, and then start thinking about others. So budgeting is very important. and then have a financial goals. And to reach that financial goal, we should have an investment plan. This is actually has to done. It is not a, Mungeri Lal ke sapne. You have to take a paper Excel file and do it. And then just implement it strictly. And this is not something new we are learning. I still remember in my childhood, there was no something like that. My mother used to have envelopes. Because that time everything was in cash. You have to go to the bank, withdraw your salary, and then pay to all. No UPI, no RTGS, NEFT, checkbook bhi itna kuch nahi tha. So she used to create an envelopes. This is for this person, this is for this grocery, this is for gas wala, this is for hey. And she had two more envelopes, which I was not aware. And she used to keep it somewhere. I realized that what are those envelopes? That one envelope was for Diwali celebration. So she used to accumulate money over the year and we used to celebrate Diwali. And there was one more envelope which I came to know when my father was hospitalized, and that was emergency fund. So it is nothing new which we are learning, but we have got so many tools and still we are not doing that. And then we have to review and correct. Okay, so now I'm telling you, okay, I got this financial goal. Car, okay, मुझे 2 या 3 साल में कार खरीदना है. I have to buy house after 8 years. Okay, but I don't want to go entire loan with the house. So I have to have my own funds also. That is my goal. My retirement goal is there. I want to retire at the age of say 55 or 50. And nobody knows how many years you are going to live after 50. See, this is the biggest problem we have. We don't, a lot of people say we don't know when we are going to leave this world. We are going to die. That's why we purchase life insurance. But there is one more uncertainty there in our life, that we don't know how many years we are going to live. So that is the biggest problem. So if that is your goal, that you should retire with self-respect and live with self-respect, independent of someone, okay, so say at least 25 years, 30 years after retirement, minimum, then how much I should accumulate to the corpus. So what are the avenues I have got? So traditional, which are there, called savings, fixed deposit. We all are aware about this. Okay, I'm going to give you small video on ULIP. So if somebody over here is an agent of insurance, and please, pardon me on that. And rent on property, that is second house. So we are very fond of, investing in a lot of real estate and renting it out. I will tell you one site which I use it for my friends whenever they ask me. And I'm very happy that, some of them follow that. So one of my friend sold his second house around 7 years back and invested in a good mutual funds. And then I showed him after 7 years what is the calculation. So we don't do calculation. Unfortunately, we don't do. Everything is emotion, no? वहां पे problem होता है. We will look into that. Don't worry. Your views may be different. I'm happy that you can counter those views and you can tell me about it. But I believe in actual calculations and facts. What can give me good IRR returns so that my inflation can be beaten by a good margin, handsome margin. If inflation is 5 to 6%, I should have at least 10% return. That is the simple thing which I love and I try to tell others. So these are traditional products, but now we know. Okay, now for me, my children's are maybe, I don't know what is the things they call Generation Z, Generation Millennial. So now people are saying who are going to, born now, last 3, 4, or no, they may be Generation Alpha. So even the products are also evaluating like that. So there are generation alpha products. Okay, what are these generation alpha products? So slowly, if you go through that, it's a debt equity mutual fund, direct equity. Specialized investment funds are just recently been introduced, PMS and AIF. So we'll just go one by one over there. So what is mutual fund actually? You must be aware of it. I know you people are mostly learned, but still to give a small, the एक है कि हमें शेयर मार्केट में डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्ट करना पता नहीं. डू यू नो what are bonds? Have you ever invested directly into the bonds or say NCDs, commercial papers or debentures? So okay, if you are not much aware about that, better invest in mutual fund that somebody will invest on behalf of me. So they just pool the funds, and there is a asset management company fully regulated by SEBI. There is a fund manager. When entire money is gathered in that particular mutual fund scheme, he invests in debt or equity as per the scheme, and you will get the units, number of units. Whatever, if you have put 10 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees divided by number of units. So you'll get those units with a NAV. Normally NAV is 10 rupees, which grows. So I will show you a link of Amphi, a very genuine Amphi, because Amphi itself is a, sorry, is an association of mutual fund people. So that will tell you which fund is giving what returns. So what are debt funds? So there are two types of debt funds, debt and equity. So debt fund means treasury, corporate bonds, government securities. So government also wants money. Again, finally development for the nation only and also. But they can borrow money from banks, public, other things. So they also float bills, treasury bills. So liquid funds, corporate funds, banking, PSU funds, and credit risk. What is credit risk? So normally these debt fund mutual funds, they have got a maturity date and interest coupon. Same thing like FD. But advantage on debt fund over fixed deposit, they can be traded on exchange. You cannot take a fixed deposit receipt and trade with someone else. You can trade this debt mutual funds. That is a coupon rate. Coupon rate 6%, 7%, depending upon the particular bonds. And they normally invest in AAA bonds only or AAA, but sometimes they invest in AA also or triple B also. So what is that AA, AAA? That is the rating. Rating jitna acha, utna security is good. But risk is also good, but returns will be less. So risk and returns are always against each other. So you can have a basket of some high risk and some low risk. Government bonds and treasury bonds are zero risk. So liquid funds. So I will tell you liquid fund ka ek sabse bada idea. By any chance you get a large fund in your saving account and you don't know what to do about that, about investment, immediately transfer them to liquid funds. You will get much better returns than your saving account interest, or even if you put in 14 days of FD also, you are going to get very poor returns. So put it in liquid funds. I do that. By any chance I get a redemption of a huge amount, I put it in liquid funds, still I get a good opportunity to invest. So liquid funds are good. And match your goals along with those funds. If ultra short, it is 3 to 6, low duration 6 to 12, short duration 1 to 3, 3 to 5, and long. So whichever bonds or mutual fund you are going to invest, it should match your goals. If you want to invest for 2 years, okay, so you are not going to invest in long duration fund. You are going to invest in short duration funds. So that's what I'm telling you. Whenever somebody tells, एक सबसे easy काम है, कोई भी पैसा आप investment में डालते हो ना, whenever you are going to invest, you should have a purpose. Unfortunately, क्या होता है ना, हम लोग जाते हैं और कोई पीछे पड़ता है, ये खरीदो, हम खरीद लेते हैं. We are not linked to that investment to some purpose. I do that. Okay. I do RD, recurring account also to some extent. Why? Because in the month of March, I have to pay a lot of premiums of insurance. Yes. Yeah. Please, Adil Roy, you can ask me the question.
Hi,
Unmute
sir. I
yourself.
just wanted to know, you spoke about liquid fund. I just was a little confused over there. Can you elaborate on the liquid funds that you spoke
Yes.
about?
Yeah. See, the liquid funds are the mutual funds which invest only in government bonds and treasury bonds, which are highest security, but gives a low interest, not in compared to other mutual fund. So for example, I will tell you, today, if I got certain funds in my saving account, say 10 lakh rupees, because of certain redemption or any, or even property sale of 30, 40 lakhs rupees, and I don't know what to do that. Okay, you have to, if you are already holding a demat account or a broker, ICICI Direct, HDFC, or anything, you can go there and invest in any good liquid funds, which can be, I will give you the list of liquid funds. What happens with that? Okay, you start earning at least 5-6% returns, okay, over 5-6% return per year. So you get some amount small and it remains safe, because in saving account, if you keep that money, the problem happens over here is that can be any fraud, or you may, do expenditure because you got a money with it. Better lock it in liquid funds. Advantage with liquid funds, okay, the moment you want the money before 2 p.m., if you redeem it, next day morning, money is in your, again, back. So liquid funds are to park your excess funds for short duration. Understand, Adil?
Yes, yes.
And
Thank you,
I
sir.
will tell you, I was in a bank. My big businessman's current account people, they never used to do that. Okay. मुझे थर्सडे को फोन आता था. आई विल नॉट नेम द कंपनीज, ह्यूज कंपनीज आई हैव हैंडल्ड. Bhushan, there are around 7 crores in my current account. Please shift it to this liquid funds. I am sending you all the details. थर्सडे को पैसा डालते थे, मंडे को वापस निकाल के लेते थे. 4 दिन भी नहीं रखते थे, बिकॉज दे नो करंट अकाउंट इज गोइंग टू गिव मी 0% इंटरेस्ट. So they are so experts. So we also can become. हम लोग, I have seen one particular friend whose 35 lakhs rupees are there in his saving account for last 4 months. That is called abusing the money. Okay. So what happens with these debt funds? Yeah, but are they 100% secured? No. There is an interest rate risk, liquidity risk, and credit risk. So depends. AAA में normally कुछ नहीं होता. But if you go to the junk bonds, there are certain mutual funds who invest in junk bonds, gives you high returns also. But the risk is also there. So interest rate risk means what? For example, as of now, the interest rates are say 5%. Okay, and you have got a bond of say 6%. So you are in good. But if tomorrow interest rate goes back to 7%, you are losing, because new bonds which are coming in the market are at 7% and you are holding 6% bond. So that value of that 6% will again go down in exchange, because people are not attracted to that. So they are getting a fresh bonds at 6%. So when interest rates fluctuates, when interest rates start increasing, your bond price may go down. So you have to be very careful on that. And liquidity risk is junk bonds. If that company itself goes bankrupt, you are going to lose that money. And what is credit risk? Sometimes these AAA bonds, so some company has invested in it. Has happened with one or two. In last 40-50 years, there are hardly one or two cases. So that AAA, maximum money was invested in that particular company, whose rating was downgraded by CRISIL or ICRA rating agency, and that bond value crashed. So these are the risks you have to be careful, but I'm not saying these are very rare cases. If you invest in a good AAA bonds, mutual funds, you don't have to worry about it. So these are certain examples. Or again, disclaimer here, I'm not recommending this fund. These are just for study purpose. So if you see 361 liquid fund, Aditya Birla, Axis, they have given around 7.21%, 7.38% returns. And what is difference between the regular plan and direct plan? Direct plan means without any broker, you are directly gone and invested. So you logged in into Aditya Birla and you invested directly, or through CAM site, you have gone and you have invested. But regular means you have gone through some advisor or you have gone through some broker or on a platform of Grow or Axis Direct or IDFC or something like that. So there will be a difference in the returns. The difference is commission what they have received. And these are liquid funds, what you are asking about. Sorry, these were liquid funds. These are long duration. So in between, there are good funds are there, short duration. But I've taken directly the another case that is a long duration, which are giving 11.99% to 12% range returns. So these are less riskier than equity mutual funds. So what are equity mutual fund? Exactly same, but your fund manager will invest your money in actual shares, equity shares of Nifty, or not Nifty, exchange. More than 6,000 shares are listed in National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange. So they invest in those shares. Okay. One more important thing before we go to equity. There is one change of taxation in last 2 years. So earlier the debt funds were very tax efficient. Unfortunately, now the indexation has been removed from debt funds and they are treated as your. So अगर आपकी slab, income tax की slab 10% या 20%, then your debt funds will fall into that, your income from debt funds. So this important change a little bit made it less attractive than, but still it gives you much better return than fixed deposits. So these are some equity funds. अभी ये देखो, ये आदमी का केस है ना, ऐसे बहुत लोगों का हो जाता है क्योंकि अरे इतना सारा है. When you go to the hotel, you get such a big booklet of menu card and you don't know what to do. So you try to find out things which are suitable to you, which you like. But unless you know what is that, how you are going to like it. तो हम लोग पूछते भी है ना वेटर को, भाई ये कुछ बहुत बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट नाम लिखा है, तो वो क्या है, व्हाट इज दिस, ये कैसे बनाया, तो ही टेल्स एंड यू ट्राई दैट फंड. See, in mutual funds, equity funds, there are large cap, mid cap, small cap. And then the combination of all these things. Large cap means top 100 market capitalized stocks like Reliance, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Bharti Airtel, so many in pharma also. So these are the big stocks whose market capitalization is highest, top 100. Now what is market capitalization? Number of shares into the market value, and which goes to mostly more than 25,000 crore, 30,000 crore. So these are the companies only where your fund manager is going to invest. Only in large cap he will invest. What is mid cap? After that. So 101 to 250. वो जो stocks है, mid cap stocks, वहां पे your fund manager is going to invest only. And small cap is after that 250 के बाद वाले जितने भी small caps है. ओके. सो यहां से यहां आप जाओगे ना तो क्या हो रहा है, रिटर्न बढ़ रहे हैं, लेकिन यहां से यहां जाओगे तो वैसे रिस्क भी बढ़ रही है. सो द रिस्क ओवर हियर इज हाईएस्ट, द रिस्क ओवर हियर इज लेस, दिस इज अ एवरेज रिस्क, but returns over here are high. So we have heard about the small cap returns which are giving more than 20% return over last 5 or 10 years. Now what multi-cap? Multi-cap is a combination of all these three. Flexi-cap is again combination of all these three. Multi-assets. Now, you love equity also, you want something on debt also, you want something on commodity also, like gold, silver, and now real estate has also been included. So multi-asset. Multi-asset means combination of all these three. Equity shares, debt also, as well as gold and silver also. So when market goes up, equity will be more. So what happens here? Returns will be less, but it is less riskier. Then value fund. Value fund is a very risky, but still it can give a very good return. Value fund means, or a contra fund, which is same, nearly, little bit different. Any particular sector is not doing well. Now, recently we heard IT sector is not doing well. Lot of my friends are asking, अरे boss, Infosys, Wipro, TCS कब ऊपर जाएगा? बहुत दिन नीचे ही गिरा है. Okay, so these are the companies which are not doing well, or a sector is not doing well. So what happens? These mutual fund people, fund manager, invest in those stocks which are at very low valuation, सस्ते में मिल रहे हैं. Okay, they have got a good knowledge about it कि ये आगे चल के very fastly going up. So they will invest. I'm not recommending you to buy Infosys, TCS, and Wipro. I'm just telling you value. What is the definition of value? And then come domestic fund. They invest in Indian market. Overseas fund. Yes, there are funds who invest in Chinese market. They invest in Singapore. They can invest in not New York Stock Exchange also. Then there are thematic funds and ELSS. So, and sectorial fund. These are very important. Please be careful about the sectorial fund unless you have a good knowledge about it, because they are totally dependent upon one sector. So pharma sector, or you can say auto sector. So they only invest in auto companies, Maruti, M&M, or two-wheeler, Hero Honda, Eicher Motor, like that. But anything happens in auto sector by any certain policy of government or anything, suddenly that can go. So it is very high risk. So you should know which sector is going to do well for next 3 years. You invest. I will show you. Okay, why I invested around 4 or 5 years back in Motilal Oswal defense stocks. Pure defense stocks, I thought, because I do analysis, technical, I could come to know about it. Why I exited, that also I can tell you. So these are sectorial funds. And now most important thing is ETF. Before we go to ETF, so these are certain things which you can go through it when I give you recording. Large cap, they invest 80%. So these are the things, multi-assets, minimum 10% in debt equity, or one more like gold and real estate, or even silver. Sectorial, they 80% of their investment is in that particular sector only, like IT, pharma, defense, auto, etc. And now again, हमें ये भी चाहिए, थोड़ा सा मिक्स करके दे दो, बोलते हैं ना हम लोग कभी कभी. So there are funds which are called hybrid funds. They are a proportion of equity and debt also. So conservative hybrid, balance hybrid, जैसे जैसे हम नीचे जाएंगे रिस्क बढ़ते जाएगी, क्योंकि इक्विटी का पोर्शन आप देख रहे हो बढ़ते जा रहा है और डेप्ट का पोर्शन कम होते जा रहा है. सो कंजर्वेटिव हाइब्रिड, बैलेंस्ड हाइब्रिड एंड एग्रेसिव हाइब्रिड. अभी इतना सारा है तो मेरे लिए क्या पसंद है, तो यू हैव टू नो अबाउट इट फर्स्ट, एंड देन यू कैन हैव अ कॉम्बिनेशन और अ बास्केट ऑफ दिस फंड्स. देयर इज अ डायनेमिक विच इज कॉल्ड बैलेंस इक्विटी. यहाँ पे एक एडवांटेज है डायनेमिक या बैलेंस्ड एडवांटेज में. द फंड मैनेजर हैज गॉट अ लिबर्टी टू इंक्रीज इक्विटी एंड लेस डेप्ट, और व्हेनेवर रिक्वायर डेप्ट, और ये. सो ही हैज गॉट अ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी ओवर देयर. And there are special funds called retirement funds and children funds. यहाँ पे एक है लॉक इन 5 years का होता है. तो आपने अगर रिटायरमेंट फंड म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट किया है, so there is a lock in of at least 5 years. You cannot withdraw, or at least retirement, whichever is earlier, because you have to accumulate. No, money should grow. And children fund for education purpose. These are specialized funds which have got a goal of that, children education or a retirement. So these are very important. A lot of people are now happy with these funds because they may not give high returns, but they are not concentrated about something that is called ETF. What happens? So in short, I will tell you, Nifty has got 50 stocks. हम लोग को देखते हैं ना, मार्केट गिरा, बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज गिरा. व्हाट इज बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज गिरा मींस व्हाट? बीएसई का इंडेक्स हैज crashed or BSE index has gone up. So that index is a basket of 30 companies. And Nifty 50 is a basket of 50 companies. So market का mood या momentum या जो भी ऊपर नीचे होने वाला जो fluctuation है, that has been denoted by this. So what these funds do, they don't invest everywhere. They just invest in those 50 companies which Nifty is having. For example, Nifty has got Reliance, HDFC Bank, like that, large caps. But Reliance is having a 17% weightage on entire Nifty. Or say average, I'm not exactly aware now, I can show you that. Or say HDFC Bank has got 15%. So they invest your money 17% in Reliance, 15% in HDFC, Infosys that certain percent, only that they do. So exactly they matching करते हैं, निफ्टी को मैच करते हैं. वैसे ही बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज का अगर इंडेक्स है, म्यूचुअल फंड है, तो वो 30 कंपनी का जो शेयर है उसको मैच करते हैं. दोज आर कॉल्ड ETF. नाउ only advantage over here is that this mutual fund can be traded on stock exchange. The mutual fund which I discussed earlier are not traded. If you want money, you have to redeem them. You have to send a request and you can redeem. But यहाँ पे you can sell or buy these mutual funds. That's why they are called exchange traded funds. Okay, so these are certain examples. It can be a gold ETF, it can be silver ETF, it can be only private bank ETF, or it can be only mid cap ETF, or it can be Nifty 50 ETF. Now this is not a rule. This what I have done it over the years of experience, and I recommend. So if you are going to buy a car over next 2 to 3 years, your portfolio should have one more important thing. Your portfolio should not have more than 4 to 5 funds. It is very difficult
Bhushan,
to manage.
can I interrupt?
Yes, please, sure.
About your previous slide of ETF. So you can buy them just like normal stocks, right?
Yes.
But then those ETFs, do you consider them as a long-term investment or a short-term investment?
It is always better to have a long-term investment, ETFs.
And what could be the goal? How many years?
It should match your goal. Means if your goal of retirement is next 10 years,
Okay.
you can match with ETF also. Because the Nifty today is at around 24, 25,000 in that range.
Mm-hmm.
So it can go up to 30, 35,000 also. So you are not
Okay.
worried about large cap, mid cap, small cap. You are exactly replicating Nifty.
Okay. So those can be bought on the any trading platform that you're using.
Yes, yes, yes. Everybody. All these ETFs are available on your trading platforms.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So these are the things which I just recommend. If you're going for a 2-3 years car ka purchase ka agar plan hai aapka, you can have a combination of these 4 funds. If you want to invest or buying house over next 5 to 8 years with your own stake as well as a loan, portion of loan, you can invest in this. Okay, for your education of children, this is the long-term goal. So you can do this one. And building your retirement fund, you can do. One important thing I'm going to tell you, which we do with my friends or relatives who need my help. For example, if your son is at around 12th standard, going to be in 12th standard, and if you have invested around 10 years back in those funds to create a corpus for his fees after 12th, if you want to send him for a graduation, before at least 1 year before his graduation, his 12th standard complete, you have to start withdrawing money from these funds and start putting in debt fund. And as it approaches, slowly start shifting it to the liquid funds or fixed deposits. Why? This happened with one of my friend, unfortunately. In July, she was supposed to go to USA. Okay, and the market crashed in month of May. And the value of funds drastically reduced to some extent, 5%, 10%. I'm not saying he lost money. Overall, he has got a very good returns also. But so better shift your funds to safer funds as your goal approaches. For example, if you are going to retire at age of 55, slowly start shifting your money from equity funds to debt fund, and from debt funds to liquid fund, and from liquid or fixed deposits. You got it? Any doubt on this point? Because nobody can predict the market. The time you actually want to withdraw for your retirement or that particular goal of a marriage or an education or a car, and any unfortunately market corrects by 5-10% also, you may lose them. Better you shift it to safer funds. And that can be done with the help of a professional. So retirement, I was telling you, this is one of the Time magazine once produced, actually published this cover on their cover page saying that the boy who is going to born now may live up to 142 years. Maybe exaggeration, but what actually they meant by that today what is happening as of now already, if you see last 10 to 12 years, okay, the longevity or life expectancy has already increased from 62 to 74. And by the time I have already reached 60, but some of you may reach, it may go to 75, 80 also. So what actually is happening? The problem क्या हो रहा है? In basic education, normally people used to get graduated by 21, 22 in our earlier stages, and they start their career. So next 40 years, they used to slog, they used to accumulate money, wealth, so that they can leave after retirement. And that time after retirement age was hardly, 20, because the mortality rate was high. Now what is happening? Now nobody is completing graduation at 21. They want post-graduation. They want doctorate. They want MBA. They want specialization. So now people are actually studying till the age of 25, 27 and dream to retire early. तो ये जो स्पैन है ना, ये स्पैन बहुत कम हो गया है. जिस स्पैन में वी आर गोइंग टू एक्यूमुलेट आवर फंड्स और वेल्थ. And this is little bit scary because people want to learn up to 25, 27. They want to retire early. And after even retirement, they are going to live much more than people are going to used to live because of medical. So much medicines and equipments are coming that they will keep you alive as much as possible. So do you have enough funds for that particular after retirement? And unfortunately, the period in which you have to earn is going to go down. May not be for you. You must have already crossed 60 or in the 50s. But you can definitely look into your young generations or your, other relatives. If they understand this, the time span to accumulate wealth for your retirement is going down, going down, going down. And that's why you have to be very smart in accumulating wealth. Unless you are smart, you are not going to be self-sufficient after retirement. So this is just a case, which is actually a case, but I am just not disclosing the names. So I have taken it as a Bunty and Bubbly story. So you can go through this slide. There are many calculators available, but I will tell you those calculators doesn't person to person nahi karta hai. You need somebody to help you out. Exactly planning kaise karna hai, but this is a brief note. If this Bunty and Bubbly want to retire at the age of 50 and this is their net salary and this is their monthly expenditure, they are paying insurance premium and they already have a EMI per month of around 35,000, including housing and car. So only funds available to save or invest, they have got 37,500. So what they should do? Now their cost of living is 45,000 per month. But when they are going to retire, cost of living kya 45,000 hogi? No, we are already, there is one big paste problem hai na hamare paas, called inflation. So they may have to have at least 1,50,000 of monthly income to survive after the retirement and end of age. So 30 years. If they are going to retire at 50, they have to live up to 80. 30 years का तो provision अभी करना पड़ेगा ना उनको. So if you calculate that, it's around comes to 2.5 crore they should have. But also that is only goal, retirement goal. No, there is one more goal for education and marriages of children. Another goal. Housing already they have got a EMI which may get over. So but there is one more thing. They are already having provident fund, PPF and gratuity. So they may earn around 50 lakhs. These are actual calculations done, but these are round figures we are given. So in all, they need 3 crores rupees of a corpus at the age of retirement. so that they can live next 30 years independently without depending upon their children or anybody else. And if they want to do that, with average 12% of return with a step up of SIP, they should have 32,500 starting from now, so that they can build up that corpus. And these calculations seems sometimes very simple, so we don't believe. If somebody gives you complicated things, formulas of IRR, DRR, so many complicated, you will believe, wow, so good. Yeah, so much study behind this. That is the problem with all of us. We don't believe in simple thing, we believe in highly complicated thing. That is the problem, but okay. So actually life is very simple. Okay. Does he look like me? No, I don't know. Life is very simple. If your life starts with a proper SIPs, investments, okay, and you create a corpus and entire your next life means after retirement is totally based on SWP. And SWP is again a magic. It is a magic. Systematic withdrawal plan. I'm not against any other product of annuities. Annuities means you will come across a lot of annuity products. I don't know about those products because I know the product, why people go for those products with 5% return, 4% return. Though SWP is a systematic withdrawal plan. Okay. ये क्या है सिस्टमेटिक विड्रॉल प्लान? ये मेरा एम्प्लॉयर है जो मुझे हर मंथ सैलरी भेजता है. इसके लिए मैं कुछ काम करता हूँ, कुछ नहीं करता हूँ, कुछ नहीं काम करता, तो भी पता नहीं है मुझे फर्स्ट मंथ को ये मुझे मेरे अकाउंट में पैसा देता है. सिस्टमेटिक विड्रॉल प्लान. So what is the magic of systematic withdrawal plan? So this is one example, and you people can, I will help you out with these calculations, or you can go to the any site of SWP calculator with inflation. So if there's an initial investment of 2 crore is there, I'm now retiring and I've got a 2 crore in my basket of mutual fund, which gives me average return of 12%. So वहां पे स्मॉल कैप भी थोड़ा है, फ्लेक्सी कैप भी है, सब कुछ है. And I am withdrawing 1 lakh rupees because now my cost has reduced because I don't have to, अभी मैं टायर डालना भी बंद हो गया ना मेरा 6 साल बाद पहले. तो frankly speaking, traveling cost खत्म हो गया, बहुत कुछ कम हो गया, but I'm enjoying also. So 1 lakh rupees per month is my average expenditure with grocery as well as my trips or hoteling or Zomato or something like that. And my returns are at around average 12%, which is more than that. And duration, that is next 30 years I have to live. So if I am, when I left, it was 54. So say I have to live up to 84 years. And inflation is 6% and tax rate is at 20%. 20% is also, I have taken a very high rate because it is a long-term capital gain tax. Actually, if you go, short-term capital gain tax, actually long-term capital is 12.5% because I don't withdraw money so I withdraw after 1 year. So I started like that, all my withdrawals comes into the long-term long-term capital gain tax, but still I have taken it at 20%. And my last SWP at the age of 84 with the inflation could be 5,75,000. Because inflation is not going to tell me 1 lakh rupees. So total withdrawal if I make, it can be 9 crore 53 lakh 44,175. Over next 30 years, I will be withdrawing money from that basket. But if it grows at 12%, now problem is that if it goes, will it go? I don't know. It is going for last 20, 25 years. It is Nifty itself is giving the returns of around 12 to 15% for last so many years. अगर आगे भी नहीं देगा तो पूरा दुनिया ही खत्म हो जाएगा. So, but this year it will give you 3%. Next year, it may give you 15%. Sometimes it may give you. So it is a average 12% return. 16 crore 41 lakhs can be accumulated. So out of that, I'm taking out 9 crore 53. So will it last for next 30 years? Yes. And अभी हमें लगता है 8 crore 87 lakhs I am going to leave to my children if I actually die at age of 84. तो इसमें कुछ भी हो सकता है ना नेक्स्ट 30 years में. ये होगा ही क्या? ऐसे कैसे एग्जैक्टली होगा? आई डोंट नो व्हेन आई एम गोइंग टू लीव दिस वर्ल्ड, बट आई एम नॉट वरीड. टिल आई एम देयर, आई एम टेकिंग केयर ऑफ माई सेल्फ. आई एम गेटिंग 1 lakh rupees per month in my account, which is my salary. And who is working? Who is working over here? Am I working for money or money is working for me? Money is working for me. I am not working. Who is working for me? Fund managers are working for me. फिर वो कोई भी हो, अभी आई एम नॉट जस्ट फॉर अ डिस्क्लेमर, बट मैं पराग पारिक फ्लेक्सी कैप का जो भी फंड मैनेजर हो मेरे लिए काम कर रहा है भैया. एसबीआई का लार्ज कैप मेरे लिए काम कर रहा है, निपॉन का स्मॉल कैप मेरे लिए काम कर रहा है. दे आर वर्किंग फॉर मी एंड गिविंग मी रिटर्न्स. विल दे रन अवे विथ माय मनी? तो क्या बैंक रन अवे नहीं करती है? कितने लोगों के फिक्स डिपॉजिट फंसे हैं आजकल, जो बैंक कोलैप्स हो गई है. So hardly some cases, but there are very few cases in defaults in mutual funds. And that's why you have to select a mutual fund which is backed by a big institutions. You have to know about their study experience. Okay, so I will just go fast because this is the PMS which requires 50 lakh rupees minimum. So यहाँ पे और म्यूचुअल फंड में क्या डिफरेंस है? The only difference over here is that in mutual fund में सबका पैसा जमा करता है, फंड मैनेजर पूल्स एंड देन ही इन्वेस्ट. यहाँ पे आपका हर एक का खुद का डीमैट अकाउंट होता है. यू गॉट योर ओन डीमैट अकाउंट एंड द फंड मैनेजर ऑफ अ पीएमएस मैनेजर will invest your 50 lakh rupees in different shares, equity shares. Or PMS can be of debt also, but that is your individual, it is not a pooled account. So what are the discretionary PMS means? You give entire autonomy to that person. He will not ask you, मैं आज रिलायंस खरीदूं, कि आज इन्फोसिस बेचूं, कि मैं हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिक खरीदूं. He will not going to ask you questions. He will do investments in shares on your behalf without asking you which company, but 50 lakhs. अभी यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम क्या है? 50 lakhs is a minimum investment. लेकिन बाय एनी चांस 50 lakhs मार्केट गिरने से 45 lakhs हो गया तो 5 लाख आपको डालना पड़ेगा. Because at any given time it should be 50 lakhs. So you will get a call कि please add 5 lakhs. अभी उल्टा exactly. अगर 50 lakhs, 75 lakhs it happens, what will happen? You can withdraw profit from that. So this is the thing. So PMS is riskier definitely than mutual funds, but returns also high. They are giving 18% return, 17% return, good PMS. There is a non-discretionary PMS, means these are not very popular because fund manager doesn't want. He doesn't want, but sometimes they ask you. They send you a mail, I am buying these company shares and selling these company shares. You have to say, okay, then he does that. So that is non-discretionary PMS. And last is advisory PMS, means वो कुछ नहीं करेगा, आप उसको भेजोगे ये खरीदो ये बेचो, वो करेगा. So execution वो करेगा, आपके पास टाइम नहीं है तो. So these are the 3 types, but the most popular and performing are discretionary PMS. So ये तो मैंने बता दिया आपको. हाँ, नो लॉक इन पीरियड, बट एग्जिट लोड होता है अगर आप जल्दी बाहर निकलना चाहते हो तो. हाँ, ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है जो म्यूचुअल फंड में नहीं है. प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग फीस कैन बी चार्ज. So they can put up a condition if you get a return of more than 10%. So for example, you get a 15% return. So the additional 5% returns you are getting, they will take a small portion of it, say 0.25% or 0.50% or even 1%. Because they are doing so much efforts to give you much good profit. So profit sharing fees can also be charged by the fund manager. So there are a lot of schemes. The most biggest ones are ASK, then Motilal Oswal is there, and all others are there. ICICI, HDFC, everybody has come. the PMS. Okay, so if anybody wants to invest, can definitely look into that. Now I am going to come with the important thing like life insurance. So how much life insurance you should have? So thumb rule के हिसाब से, see, there is a better way to calculate how much life insurance you should have by calculating your income and expenditures. But still, a thumb rule is that 10 times of your annual expenses. So if your annual expenses is say 20 lakhs, so 10 times of your annual expenses. Plus liability. Now ये लोग बहुत भूल जाते हैं liabilities. Unfortunately, anything happens to you now, your family doesn't have to only leave, but they have to pay off your all liabilities also. So add the liability without forget. And alert, only term plan. Only term plan, no bhel puri plan. Keep your investment and life insurance separate. Life insurance is not for tax savings. Purpose क्या है बॉस लाइफ इंश्योरेंस का? अगर एनीथिंग हैपेंस टू मी, माय डिपेंडेंट शुड लिव हैप्पीली. हैप्पीली मीन्स फाइनेंशियली एटलीस्ट. एंड बी केयरफुल. मेडिकल इशू ये एक बहुत बड़ा है प्रॉब्लम है, एंड इट हैपेंड विद अगेन दीज आर ऑल थिंग्स व्हिच आई एम टेलिंग यू आर एक्चुअल. One of my friend also suffered because he had taken a life insurance, but he took a life insurance because somebody was forcing him to buy, but he never disclosed that he was already suffering from leukemia, blood cancer. And when actually claim settlement comes, it was proved that he was suffering and he didn't disclose. So don't worry if you've got a diabetes, BP, anything, you have to disclose. एजेंट आपको क्या है, एजेंट को कमीशन मिलने वाला है, ही विल फोर्स, अरे ये टिक करो, ये टिक करो, ये टिक करो. ही इज नॉट बॉदर्ड अबाउट दैट. यू शुड बी. पर्पज क्या है हमारा लाइफ इंश्योरेंस लेने का? इफ एनीथिंग हैपेंस टू मी, क्लेम शुड बी सेटल्ड. क्लेम सेटलमेंट इज योर पर्पज. प्रीमियम्स में कम करना इज नॉट योर पर्पज. ये बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है हमारे यहाँ इंश्योरेंस खरीदते वक्त. And you have to cover personal accidents and critical illness cover also. So low premium does not mean good policy. A premium which helps you for your purpose, that if anything happens without any hurdles, the company will credit your nominee's account with that 1 crore, 2 crore, whatever is your life insurance. ये बहुत important है. Don't do any bhelpuri. So I'm just trying to do one important thing for you. एक छोटा सा वीडियो आप लोगों को दिखाता हूं. ये मैंने कुछ साल पहले बनाया था, सो मेरे कलर्ड भी ब्लैक होंगे हेयर्स.
चाय कॉफी लोगे? चाय कॉफी? एक काम करो, 2 पत्ती चाय की, 2 चमचे कॉफी के और 1 चमचा बोर्नविटा का मिक्स करके मुझे दे दो. ये क्या हुआ आज? एकदम गड़बड़ घटा. फिर आप भी वही कर रहे हो ना? तब सोच रहे थे ना वो कुछ यूनिक पॉलिसी लेनी थी आपको, तो क्यों लेते हो ये सब कुछ? इंश्योरेंस और इन्वेस्टमेंट दोनों चीज अलग है, क्यों उसकी भेलपुरी बना रहे हो? देखो, भेलपुरी खाने में अच्छी लगती है, इन्वेस्टमेंट में अच्छी नहीं लगती है. आपको पता है, आप जब इस पॉलिसी में प्रीमियम भरोगे तो एक्चुअल इन्वेस्टमेंट में कितना जाएगा, कितने चार्जेस और कमीशन लगते हैं? चलो पढ़ो यहाँ पे. प्रीमियम एलोकेशन चार्जेस, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन चार्जेस, फंड मैनेजमेंट चार्जेस, मोर्टेलिटी चार्जेस, राइडर चार्जेस, गारंटी चार्जेस और उस पर से एडिशनल कमीशन. तो आप सोचो आपके पहले साल के प्रीमियम में कितना अमाउंट एक्चुअल इन्वेस्टमेंट में जाएगा और आगे भी जाएगा. 5 साल के बाद अगर आप इसे सरेंडर भी करने की सोचो तो आपको सिर्फ 50% पैसा वापस मिलता है प्रीमियम भरा हुआ. और जो वेस्टेड बोनस की बात कर रहे हो, पहले 2 साल में 0 मिलता है, उसके बाद 18-20% मिलता है. तो मैं इतना ही कहना चाहता हूँ, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस ले लो जिसके लिए आपको उसकी जरूरत है, और इन्वेस्टमेंट अलग रखो. दोनों की भेलपुरी करना आपके लिए अच्छा नहीं है. पता नहीं आपके जीवन में आनंद कितना हो, किसी और के जीवन में आनंद जरूर आ सकता है. तो अभी मुझे चाय देना, शाम को मैं कॉफी पीऊंगा.
Guys, okay, and this is actually, smart way of investing money, not bad. Now, health insurance. So at least you should have a 20 lakhs of floater for your entire family. Now check these things. Normally we don't check, but please, pre-hospitalization cover है, post-hospitalization cover है, मिनिमम वेटिंग पीरियड कितना है? सी समटाइम्स इट हैपेंस दैट यू टेक अ हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस एंड आफ्टर अनफॉर्चुनेटली इमीडिएटली विद इन फ्यू मंथ्स समथिंग हैपेंस, योर क्लेम इज नॉट सेटल्ड बिकॉज देयर इज अ 2 years ऑफ वेटिंग पीरियड. मेरे प्री एग्जिस्टिंग इलनेस कवर्ड है कि नहीं है? नहीं है तो बोलो नहीं मुझे चाहिए. थोड़ा प्रीमियम बढ़ेगा, अरे बॉस कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. रूम रेंट लिमिट्स एक्सक्लूजन भी देखो, एक्सक्लूजन्स ये नहीं है वो एक्सक्लूजन है. नो, वी नीड एवरीथिंग टू बी इंक्लूडेड एज फार एज पॉसिबल. को पेमेंट ये बहुत बड़ा इशू है. प्रीमियम बहुत कम करने के लिए आपको बोलते हैं को पेमेंट कर दो. को पेमेंट मीन्स व्हाट? व्हेन एक्चुअली टाइम कम्स फॉर अ सेटलमेंट, you have to shell out your cash, and insurance will company will give you only 50%, you have to give 50%. And no claim bonus, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. यहाँ पे एक एडवाइस मैं देना चाहूंगा आपको. बाय अनफॉर्चुनेटली यू आर हॉस्पिटलाइज फॉर अ डे और टू विद अ स्मॉल एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ से 20-30,000, डोंट गो एंड क्लेम. अरे सब पैसा तो कंपनी देगी ना. यू मे लूज योर नो क्लेम बोनस फॉर नेक्स्ट ईयर. Because of no claim bonus, your policy value this must you know 10 लाख से अगर 20 लाख हो चुकी होगी, जस्ट 25,000 क्लेम करने के बाद आपका वो क्लेम योर विल कम डाउन अगेन बैक टू 10 lakhs. So think about it before claiming.
So, Bhushan, this co-payments should be what, zero? I mean, you should not.
Yes. As far as yes, but there are certain things which nobody will cover. There are small things are there, syringe and all. आपको कार का पता है ना? कार में भी कुछ क्लेम सेटल नहीं होते, प्लास्टिक के और समथिंग लाइक दैट. यू रिमेम्बर?
Yeah.
वैसे ही हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस में देर आर सर्टन थिंग्स विच विल नॉट बी देयर, दैट इज मिनिमम. बट को पेमेंट में कभी होता है कि आप 30% करो. अगर आपका बिल 5 लाख है, सो 30% विल बी पेड बाय यू, 70% विल बी पेड बाय इंश्योरेंस कंपनी.
But that will be a standard policy for any insurance, right?
Yes, but don't go for that. Better pay the
Oh,
premium because nothing, anything. This is okay for 5 lakhs. If tomorrow, unfortunately, it's 10 lakhs bill, anyway, you have to pay 33 lakhs, 4 lakh from your own pocket. Na?
okay.
See, why we pay premium, insurance premium? Why we pay insurance premium? And अब मैंने ऐसा अभी देखा है कि हम लोगों ने कि मैं हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम एवरी ईयर भरता हूँ, लेकिन मैं बीमारी नहीं पड़ता हूँ, तो मुझे बहुत बुरा लगेगा. ऐसा होता है कभी?
Hmm.
कभी नहीं होगा. या मैं लाइफ इंश्योरेंस भी, अभी लोग बोलते हैं अरे मैं जो प्रीमियम भर रहा हूं ना, 10 साल के बाद मुझे वो कंपनी प्रीमियम वापस देने वाली है. तो मुझे तो समझ में नहीं आता आप प्रीमियम भर क्यों रहे हो. और ये क्या होता है यूलिप एंड ऑल दोस प्लान्स में? प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है, आप किसी को जस्टिफाई नहीं करते हो ना. आपका कवर उसमें 5 या 10 लाख का कवर मिलता है आपको, तो यू आर नॉट जस्टिफाइंग योर लाइफ कवर विच एक्चुअली रिक्वायर्स 1-1.5 करोड़ और मे बी. फिर आप इन्वेस्टमेंट को भी जस्टिफाई नहीं करते हो बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू गेट हार्डली 5-6% रिटर्न, एंड यू आर नॉट इवन जस्टिफाइंग टैक्स बेनिफिट्स ऑल्सो आउट ऑफ इट. सो आप कुछ भी जस्टिफाई नहीं करते हो, मिक्स होता है. सो इन्वेस्टमेंट इंश्योरेंस शुड नॉट गो. सो लाइक बट हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. फाइनली हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस हम क्यों लेते हैं? जब वक्त आता है तो क्लेम सेटल होना चाहिए. इफ यू आई टेल यू, मैं तो मेरे कि कोई भी लोग मुझे अगर सजेस्ट करते हैं, मैं आई डोंट सेल एनी इंश्योरेंस फ्रैंकली. यू कैन गो, बट वेन एवर समबडी कम्स टू फॉर अ गाइड हेल्प, मतलब पहले उसको बोलो मेरा मेडिकल चेकअप करो. कल आके मुझको बोलना नहीं कि तुम्हारे ये बीमारी थी, वो थी, ये था, वो था. इफ यू आर ऑलरेडी टेकिंग सम ट्रीटमेंट ऑन ब्लड प्रेशर, डायबिटीज, प्लीज डिस्क्लोज इट इमीडिएटली टू द कंपनी.
Hmm.
फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई विल टेल यू, okay, I got two policies. For example, I've got Tata AG also, I got HDFC Ergo also. And I was hospitalized for some, say, so I claimed in Tata AIG. But because I was diagnosed with something, for example, I have to immediately inform to even HDFC Ergo also. It is my duty. Because if next time anything happens and I try to go for a claim from HDFC Ergo, and they come to know that I was diagnosed with something, they will not settle my claim because I have not disclosed it to them. So these things you have to be remembered. So better take a health insurance policy without any obstacles.
So there are any policies without co-payment?
Yes. You have
Okay.
to choose. You have to
Okay.
choose. इसीलिए जो एजेंट जब फॉर्म भरता है ना, you don't just sign blindly that form.
Okay.
That's what these points I have given. These points you have to get it clear from agent. मेरा प्री हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन कितना है, मेरा पोस्ट हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन कितना है, इसमें क्या कवर किया है, नो क्लेम बोनस है क्या नहीं है, मेरे कितने एग्जिस्टिंग इलनेस कवर्ड है, वेटिंग पीरियड कितना. यू हैव टू आस्क हिम. ओके.
Okay.
Now before we end this, the last thing is equity. About the share market में directly investment करना. So myths of share market है कि market always goes up. Investing in share is for rich only. These are all misunderstanding. I am doing it for last 7 years aggressively, means fully full-time trader, and उसके पहले भी करता था. It is an art and science. It needs study, discipline. You can do regular passive income by trading or investing in directly in share market, in addition to your investments in mutual funds. So it is an art and science, and it includes both fundamental and technical analysis also. Okay, so fundamental analysis is what? It is a study of, now here again, you don't need to be MBA finance or you need to financial finance graduate or a commerce graduate. There are a few basic things you have to learn. How to evaluate the company. सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम क्या है, हम लोग कहाँ पे शेयर्स खरीदते हैं? ट्विटर अकाउंट पे ट्विटर किसे बोल दिया, व्हाट्सएप पे आ गया, मेरे फ्रेंड ने बोला, जाके न्यूज चैनल में किसी ने बोल दिया, हम लोग शेयर खरीदते हैं. हमें एबीसीडी भी वो कंपनी का पता नहीं है. I don't know, it's your hard-earned money. If you, where you want to put it, blindly, or you want to know something that about it. Okay, so you have to know. तो यहाँ पे top to bottom and bottom to top analysis होता है, where you can invest in share market. Like first you can invest in company. Somebody tells you invest in Mahindra and Mahindra. Okay, so Mahindra and Mahindra कंपनी के मैं देखूंगा लास्ट कैसे रिजल्ट्स है. Then you go to the auto sector कैसे कर रहा है अभी, will auto sector be affected by government policies, and overall Indian economy कैसे कर रही है, and then you buy. There are people who do top to bottom analysis. Everything is fine, then they find out which company is good, which sector is doing well, and then they find out of that sector which company. फार्मा अच्छा कर रहा है तो फार्मा में मैं क्या खरीदूं, सन फार्मा खरीदूं, सिप्ला खरीदूं या अरबिंदो फार्मा खरीदूं, which one I buy? That is top to bottom analysis. And then there is a technical or a candlestick analysis, which I am loved it, and I do it along with fundamental analysis, but my major thirst is on technical analysis. Anyway, I already told you, I do conduct classes on share market also as a passion. Okay, I enjoy that. The current batch is already going on. Now third module of options and futures will be there in next month. उसके बाद मेरी नई बैच शुरू होने वाली है. If you are interested, you can be in touch with me. So these are called candlestick pattern, which is a technical analysis, which is a part of candlestick pattern, chart patterns, and technical indicators. अब ये जो कैंडल दिखती कैसी है, तो this looks like that. So when any share price goes up, open and close, so close is above, it is a green candle. And when it goes down, it is a red candle. It's so simple, but then you have to add a lot of understanding about that. Does it help? Definitely, if you have a knowledge. Right? For example, I will tell you one very important example. ये अडानी एंटरप्राइज की एक केस. Okay. Now everybody knows अडानी एंटरप्राइजेस में क्या सीरियस इशू बीच में हुए थे कुछ साल पहले. When हाइडनबर्ग यूएसए में कुछ रिपोर्ट आ गया था रिगार्डिंग लॉट ऑफ फ्रॉड्स एंड अडानी एयरपोर्ट के निगेटिव न्यूज आ गई, एंड अडानी एयरपोर्ट, अडानी की जो प्राइस थी वो क्रैश हो गई शेयर की. अडानी एंटरप्राइज, ऑल अडानी ग्रुप पैरेलली, अडानी पावर, अडानी पोर्ट एंड अदर्स आल्सो, बट मेजर अडानी एंटरप्राइजेस क्रैश्ड. और ये था, ये जो मैंने अभी बनाया है, दिस वाज पब्लिश्ड ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर डे, 27 January, द रिपोर्ट वाज पब्लिश्ड. Okay, now you tell me, okay, ये रिपोर्ट यहाँ पे पब्लिश होके क्रैश हो गया, यहाँ पे लोगों को पता था क्या कि ऐसा कुछ होने वाला है? तो जो लोग टेक्निकल एनालिस्ट है, उनको most of them exited over here. They sold Adani Enterprises, may have booked a profit if they have invested somewhere. So technical analysis can tell you to exit. Unfortunately, anybody comes on a TV screen will tell you to buy these shares, but will never come again and tell you it's okay now, you exit and book your profit. So if you got a good knowledge about it, you can, entry and exit. Entry and exits are very important, which are much better available in technical analysis. Similarly, if you want to say, some of my friends are there in this meeting. So we all are discussing about Paytm. So Paytm was identified by us long back. Okay. So Paytm was identified by, so there is some concept called in technical analysis called cup and handle. So we identified that and the entry was somewhere over here. Now Paytm is already at 1151. But was Paytm lifelong? So we don't marry any stock. Okay. We have to exit. So why I exited Paytm at 1185? There are certain reasons which we learn from technical analysis. So friends, thank you very much for attending this session. If any doubts are there, the session is open for discussion.
Thank you, Bhushan.
Okay, I
Thank
need
you,
a
sir.
feedback from all of you. Was it
You.
helpful to all of you? Was it worthy?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it
basic
was, it
understanding
was, it was
was.
very helpful. Thank you,
Any
Mr.
more
Rege.
clarification? Anyway, the people who have registered, I'm going to send you the link for recording also. So please do share with others also if you want. I will be
Sure.
more than happy if some people get benefit from that. Okay. So I
Yeah,
will
thank
request
you.
if you people can unmute yourself and give feedback or any questions you want to ask.
So you said about the classes, the new batch that you're going to start. Can you tell me by when are you going to start it?
Yeah,
What day this month?
it will
Yeah.
start in the month of this is August, September, October. It's going to start. It is normally
Mhm.
2-month course,
Okay.
and it happens at night only from 8:30 to 10:30.
Is it
Tuesday,
every day?
Thursday, and Sunday.
Okay. Okay.
And it is 2 months. Recordings are given on the next month. Homework is given, and recording is available for long time. And after you complete that course, all of you will be added into our WhatsApp group where we exchange these ideas with each other.
Okay. And since that is going to be a trading class, from what I
Yes,
understood,
yes.
which platform do we use for the trading there?
Yeah, see, platform, your platform can be anything. You can be trading on a Zerodha, you can be trading on Fires or Upstock or anything. I teach technical and fundamental analysis. But when I teach, I show it on the trading view.
Okay.
So, but trading view may be a little bit costly to start with. You can have a investing.com, which is a free also.
Okay.
Yeah. So for example, I will tell you just one thing. I just wanted to just share the screen again. This is our group, which is already there of old past students. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
So this is the master batch, which all my earlier batches students are working. So these are the things we actually, we do that. Okay, so we share the things. For example, see, again, disclaimer, this is just for a study purpose. So my request to you, okay, so now we think why defense stocks may start going up. So there is some study on defense stocks. Okay, so defense stock may be better now. And Now you tell me this, I put it on Friday. So before Independence Day, na? And you know, now there is a Suraksha Kavach or some new thing is coming up. Our Prime Minister declared from Red Fort.
Yes.
So I don't know, will it affect, will benefit defense stocks? Let's see. So before that only we thought that something is good happening in defense stocks. But defense stock exit भी करना था, एक वक्त था यहाँ पे. So that we call it is double top in our technical analysis, which there are a lot of study goes behind that. So defense stocks से exit भी करना था, एक वक्त था. So these are the way it happened. Okay, so these are the studies my students, put it. When they earn some small profit, big profit, they share it with us. Okay, so now somebody had shared this profit, some small losses also. So it's fun. We all together do that.
Would you recommend this class for a beginner, like for someone who has not actually started?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the students or the people who are participating are from housewives to a first year student also. And
Okay.
even doctor, I will not name the names now, it is not good, but one doctor, she is also has completed last batch. So any more thing about this financial freedom? Now, Vivek, do you agree with this financial freedom definition? Hello, Vivek, if you are there, you
Yeah.
asked me.
Yeah. First of all, thank you very much. It was a really informative session, Bhushan.